everyone! If you're new here, welcome. I am Leah Apocrypha. Pleasure to meet you. I hope you will consider joining this little soul family we have going on here. If you are returning, welcome back, soul family. As always, disclaimers, information, and decks are in the description box down below. If you are new, please have a look at least at the disclaimers so you can get an understanding of how this works if you are new to tarot readings. Thank you all so much for being here. I really, truly, deeply appreciate each and every single one of you guys. So, today I will be using this deck, the Dark Exact. Let's just see what messages come through today. I hope that everything is going well. I'm wishing you all many blessings, always, 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 always. Wow, interesting that this card wants to come out because last night I did a tarot reading. I looked up and I saw 111. Wow, I did a tarot reading for myself and this was exactly the first card that came out. So let's see what other messages come through. As I was saying though, I hope that everything is well with you guys. A lot of changes have been going on for all of us, haven't there? Let's see. Okay. So obviously with these three cards, I feel like you're struggling to move away from something that has been causing you a lot of strife, a lot of difficulty, a lot of burdens and heartache. I feel like there's this sense that you may be in, that you're not sure which direction to take in your life at the moment. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something, but it's in reverse. So I feel like I see in my mind like you're walking away from something, but you keep looking back. And I feel like your focus on what it was that you're leaving behind is still burdening you. With these pyramids here, there's a desire for stability and there's a need to focus on stability. I know that these are elements. So this is the element of water, technically, downward, and this is the element of fire, upward. But as they are positioned right now, I'm imagining like the Great Pyramids. The Great Pyramids align perfectly with the stars. That is something that is very mysterious even to us these days, even to people who study the Great Pyramids in depth. The Justice card is making me think of the Two of Swords, which is bringing back to the point that feeling of unease, of not really being sure which direction to take. See, we have the Moon, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So I feel like there's this sense I feel like you may have in your mind that you walking away from something is you giving up on something that has many possibilities. However, what I'm seeing here is the thing that you're trying to walk away, person, place, or thing, is actually helping you release the burdens. So I actually see it on the contrary in this case. I feel like walking away will bring you new insight, new secrets. It will help you heal, because the moon card is not only secretive, it's not only about things that are unknown, but it's also about healing. So I feel like what you're walking away from is burdens of something that did not work. What you're walking towards, I feel, is healing. The ending of cycles, right? Because the moon works in cycles. The moon never stops its cycles. The planetary alignments, the planets never stop moving, really. No matter what's going on Earth, no matter what's going on in the galaxy, no matter what's going on, they're always going to be moving, whether we're ready for it or not. So I feel like some of this unease, perhaps you feel like something in regards to what happened, you want justice for it. Perhaps you feel like someone or something in your life left you where you don't deserve to be. I just want to throw it out there. You know, when it comes to karma, when it comes to justice in the karmic sense, in the sense of spirituality, right? Everything finds balance. I feel like a situation that you feel maybe you have been wronged, a part of the justice here is for you to understand that it wasn't meant for you. Perhaps. A part of the justice has already been done. I feel like you walking away from whatever this is a part of the justice, not in a bad way, but in a good way. Because it's helping you move away from the burdens that you have been feeling, the heartache that you have been feeling, the emotional unease, the emotional instability, decision fatigue. I feel like you feel like you're stuck in a crossroads where you need to make a decision. However, the decision has already been made. And I feel like there's a need for acceptance and for moving on from that, like the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is in reverse, so I feel like there's this sense, again, bringing back what I mentioned earlier. I feel like you keep looking back. What this is telling me is drop the burden, drop the heartache, drop whatever this is, and continue forward. Continue forward, onward into yourself, into your own healing, into your own abundance and prosperity and balance within yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is about someone who is independent and well off on their own, but it's in reverse. So what I'm seeing is perhaps you feel like you have been in some part dependent upon whatever this was, a person, a job, whatever it may be. I'm seeing you need to walk away without looking back. It's time to stop looking back. And it's time to continue on your healing journey. When we are healing, when we are first going through the healing process, it is going to bring up a lot of pain, a lot of past experiences and different things of that sort. And that's natural. That's not a bad thing, but that is a requirement for us because, for example, if someone has a wound, let's say they had a piece of shrapnel or something embed into their skin. When someone is in in a surgery or something. They have to remove that object before the wound can fully heal. So what I'm seeing is to understand, the healing process may not be easy, but it is necessary. And it is only filled with what will bring you prosperity, love, and abundance, and stability within yourself. We may feel like we don't have it within us. We may feel like we only see a glimpse of ourselves. But the more that we learn to heal, the more that we see that who we are was only shadowed by our perception and our experiences. However, the moon, just because we see it as a gibbous or a crescent or whatever the case is, doesn't mean that the moon isn't full. The moon is never just a part of a moon. Just because we see it that way, and I saw 11:10, just because we see it as only part of the moon doesn't mean that the rest of the moon is gone. I saw 11:23. The moon is always full. The moon is always whole, is what I'm trying to say. The moon is never a part of a moon. The moon always is the full moon. Our heart is never truly broken, despite that feeling, that pain, that heartache. It's never truly broken. It's always full. It's always what it is. If the heart was broken, then we would not be living. It is crazy how strong our emotions can be and can affect the way that our heart feels and the way that we perceive things. However, we need to remember that just because that is what it feels like in the moment does not mean that's what it is in reality. Make the decision, make a promise to yourself to heal yourself, because no matter what it is that you want in your life, whether it's love, abundance, prosperity, stability, whatever it is, and we all want all of it, no matter how much someone denies it, we all deep down inside want all of that. Love, abundance, prosperity, success. In order to get that, we have to heal ourselves and become whole. We already are whole, but we forget that we are. So it's like perhaps we see ourselves as the new moon where we can't see ourselves, but we're still there. We're always there. Even if we are shadowed by our own doubts and fears and perceptions or past heartache, past trauma, doesn't mean that we are not full. Doesn't mean that we are not whole within ourselves. We are always whole. We're just going through cycles in our life, cycles that will lead us back to our full self. However, we must also understand and accept and appreciate that life moves in cycles, because that is how we learn. That is how we grow. That is how we expand. And if you're sitting there like, nah, fuck that, I don't want to work on my healing, it's too painful. Yes, it is painful. But if you don't work on your healing, you're not going to get anywhere. That is like the Eight of Swords. That is keeping yourself in a mental prison. That is keeping yourself stuck. If you don't want to heal, that's your choice. It's your life. You don't have to. You have free will. But the only way to move forward without the baggage, without the pain always being brought back up, a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, the only way to avoid bitterness is to view things with compassion. If you view things with bitterness, you will never be happy, because that bitterness will always follow you, and you're gonna have to face it some way or another, or else you'll be on your deathbed literally thinking like, why didn't I just move on from this shit? Why did I waste all my time and my energy of my life so focused on this person, place, or thing that has caused me all of this heartache, when I could have been living a life to my fullest potential? And that's what I'm seeing here is you're feeling blocked within yourself and your own potential. You feel like there's justice that has not been done, but I'm telling you, if something ended, the justice has been done. Even if that's something that you don't want to hear. I feel like that's the truth of the matter. Because everything in life happens for a reason. You don't have to believe that, but I do. With all my heart, body, mind, and soul. The worst things that happen to us in our life happen with a reason. And that is because if we don't have serious situations happen to us, then we stay stuck. We don't move, we stay comfortable. We are fixed beings to some degree. We might want adventure, we might want something new, but if we're comfortable or we feel like we're not good enough, we're never gonna get our ass out there and do it and go where we need to go and pursue what it is that we need to pursue in order to have the stability and the abundance and the love that it is that we're looking for. Life is a cycle. Living life, we live in cycles. Just because we perceive something as partially full or partially empty, that's your choice. But the reality is, like the moon, it's always there, it's always complete, it's always whole. No matter what's going on around it, no matter what the planetary alignments are around it, the moon is always whole. Just because we perceive it as only a part of what its great glory really is, only because we see the crescent moon every now and then, or the gibbous moon of some sort, doesn't mean that's not complete. With the Knight of Swords, I'm seeing that you may have a desire to move quickly forward in a certain direction in your life. So ask yourself, what is this that you want to gain momentum? Is it something that revolves around yourself, or is it something that revolves around someone else or something else? And I feel like if it's something that revolves around someone or something else, walk away from that. It's time for you to focus on yourself. It's time for you to focus on stabilizing yourself, your mind, your heart, your spirit. No matter what's going on around you, all these pentacles, let's say those are situations in your life, people, places, things, stress, whatever it is, no matter what it is, you shine your light like the full moon. You are full, you are whole. No matter what's going on around you, you are whole. And you need to know. You need to know that, you need to believe it, because that's the only way that you'll truly move forward, is when you know that you have what you need within you. Move forward and seek your truth. What is it that you want in your life? What is it that you're looking for? Find that within yourself. You're looking for someone who can hold you at night, who can tell you you're good enough, who can tell you you're beautiful. Then you need to hold yourself at night. You need to tell yourself that you're good enough. You need to tell yourself that you're beautiful. My point is, what you're looking for externally, you need to give to yourself internally. Like this here, no matter what's going on around you, what's lit up is what is within the circle. Sorry, the glare is... With the world underneath, going back to this really fast, you need to be honest with yourself and the people around you. What is it that you want? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? What is it that you want to succeed in your life? Strive towards that. Move towards that. Move towards your truth. Move towards your creativity, your own happiness. Move towards what brings you to life. And when you do that, the world is on your side. Like, the world has all of the elements. All of the elements are within it and balanced and equal. You're moving away from cycles, and you're opening up your awareness and your consciousness to abundance, to emotional fulfillment and healing, to share your creativity with the world. The world. Know that what you seek is within you. I know you may hear that a lot, but it's true. And if you're denying it, then that is you in the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, looking back because you think that you're on the wrong path. You may be fearful. You may be wanting to, have one foot in the past and one foot in the future. You can't do that. Either you cross the threshold or you stay behind. You can't be in between the threshold. It is a portal. It is a gateway that you cannot linger in between worlds. Maybe that's where you feel you are right now. And in a sense, yes, we do feel the in-between, but we have to get out of it. If you feel you're stuck in the in-between, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, you decide, where do you want to go? If you had to make a split decision right now, let's say you had 3 seconds to decide, because you can't stay in the in-between forever. Let's say you had 3 seconds to decide, are you going to move forward or are you going to stay behind? What would you choose? 3, 2, 1. I hope you chose to move forward. And literally, sometimes that's what we need. We need to understand that we are capable of moving forward, and it's just our own perception that is holding us back. Why do we want to be stuck with all these burdens? Why do we want to be stuck in the past like a masochist? No one wants to feel that heartache or those painful memories or anything. No one wants to feel that, but not many people are willing to delve deeper into themselves to heal it. So what they don't realize is they're choosing to stay behind because they're not willing to face it. They're not willing to make that conscious decision. I'm going to move past this threshold. I looked up, I saw 2444, 444. Stability. You want to build stability? How are you going to build it for yourself? Don't rely on someone else to build that for you. Don't. Because you will always be disappointed. When you put your everything into someone or something else, and you leave yourself with nothing else, you're gonna be disappointed. Because you're putting expectations on things that are in your external world. You need to put the expectations on yourself. What do you expect for yourself? Okay, I want to learn this, I want to do this, then do it. Well, I don't have time, then make time. Well, I'm such a busy person because I have this and this and that going on. Okay, well, while you're sitting on the throne taking a shit or something, let's be real, you have 5, 10, however long you take in the bathroom to learn something new. There's time. We need to stop making excuses for ourselves that we don't have time. Because there's 24 hours in a day. And we need some time to sleep. We need some time to focus on things that we need to focus on, whether you have a family, whether you have a job, whether you have whatever it is that you have going on. But I guarantee you, you have time. You have to find that time. And if you really, really, really feel like you don't have time, then you need to start shifting your life and shifting your perspective to where you have time to do the things that you love doing. Let's say, for example, you have a family and your child has to study and you really want to learn something, right? But they have to read their books or something. You could be like, hey, let's sit down together. You read what you have to read and I'll read what I'm reading. We'll both be learning together. And look, you just made time. Not only are you spending it next to your child, watching them learn and grow, but you're learning and growing with them in your own way. There's always a way. We always make excuses for ourselves. We always want to put the blame on other people. We always want to put the expectations on other people, but we need to go within and realize that we need to balance ourselves. And we need to give ourselves the time. We need to have temperance. It was in reverse. So I feel like with the Temperance card in reverse and the Knight of Swords, you want things to happen so quick, but that's not how shit works. Things take time. You plant a seed, you cannot expect you to have a full-blown fucking tree in one night. I guarantee you there's absolutely no fucking way it will ever happen, because that's not the way that plants grow. It's not. You can give them all of the sun, the water, the shade, the nutrients, the proper soil, everything that they need, and it will help them grow faster. But they will still not grow overnight. You cannot plant a seed and expect to have the fruits of your labor in one day. It's not gonna happen. You are setting yourself up for failure if that's what you're expecting. You have to be aware of your expectations on other people and on yourself. Be realistic. Be tempered. Know that things take time and that's okay. And with temperance is a card of healing as well. So again, with the moon and with temperance, with the 8 of Cups, patience, healing is what I'm seeing. And again, if there's someone or something, you had your expectations on, stop. Stop expecting whatever it is that you are from this person or this career or this whatever. You need to be within yourself and know that no matter what's going on around you, let's see this. no matter what's going on around you, know that you stand true to yourself. You know the truth. You are enlightened. You see, these other ones are blacked out, whereas we only have one wand here and one sword here that are lit up. So what this is telling me is, since this is the Seven of Wands, this is about being guarded. This is about having your guard up and preparing for a fight. This is the Four of Swords. It's about, in a way, putting yourself in isolation, in rest mode. What I'm seeing is that it's time to take up that Ace of Wands, take up that Ace of Swords, and move forward in truth, in honesty, in passion and commitment and love and loyalty to yourself and to your craft and what it is that you want to manifest in your life. Protection, talent, and new beginnings. Under the deck, we have compassion. Show yourself compassion. Show people around you compassion. Someone hurt you, someone broke your heart, show them compassion. Kill them with kindness, not with bitterness. No one wants a bitter-ass attitude. The only way to heal and to move forward is to kill him with kindness, so to speak. You know what I mean? You have a choice in how you react to people and how you react to things. If they want to be whatever the fuck they want to be, that's on them. But your energy, your reactions is your responsibility. Show yourself compassion. Be compassionate to yourself because you deserve to. And here we have the world again. The world is in your hands. What are you going to do with it? Follow your alignment. Follow your truth. Follow your inner guidance, your wisdom, your inner guidance, your intuition. Follow that. And it will lead you in the right direction. Always, 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 always. You know when you're following your intuition, because it will lead you in the right direction. Even if you don't see it in the moment, in hindsight, when you look back, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this did happen for a reason, and I'm grateful. Know that you are protected on your journey. And look, we have another globe. The world is literally in your hands. You need to move forward. Let your light shine. Here we have talent. What are your talents? And don't sit there and be like, I don't have talents. You have talents. And if you don't know what they are, it's time for you to figure it out. Because it's time for you to walk through this threshold to transform your life into what you want it to be. And look, we have the moon here and the sun. Find balance. And again, no, just because you don't see all of the moon doesn't mean that, oh, the moon is broken. The whole moon is there, you just don't see it all. I saw 3355. Work on creating what it is that you want to create in your life. Work on the manifestations that you want to manifest and walk away from the shit that you don't want. Why as humans are we so fucking focused and so fixated on the shit that we don't want in our life? We live in such fear and denial and all of this when we can be spending that time and energy on the shit that we do want for ourselves, on increasing our talents by practicing them, by acknowledging them and being grateful for the talents that we do have. And they're there for a reason. You're the butterfly. Are you gonna fly or not? If you're in the cocoon, Are you going to wiggle your wings out and fly away? Or are you going to stay in the cocoon and just die? That's up to you. That is completely on you. That is your choice. You have new beginnings, you have new doorways, new things trying to come into your life. Look, again, we had the world 3 times. 3 times. And we have more butterflies. The world is in your hands. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to stay stuck? Or are you going to be like, you know what? It's my time. It's my time to shine. To show the world the real me. To show me who I really am. I'm going to walk through that threshold. I'm going to take hold this new beginning. I'm going to do this shit. Do it. Do it. Do it because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to follow your heart and to pursue the things in your life that you want to pursue. If you're inquiring or worrying or thinking about a relationship with someone or something, a new romantic begins. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let your ego hold you back from new beginnings. Balance out the scales. Work on balancing yourself. Internally, externally, however it is that you need to do it, do it. A new romantic cycle begins, but remember, in order to allow love to come into our life, we need to learn how to love ourselves. That's the truth. That's how it is. And if you're gonna say no, then good luck proving that wrong. Because I guarantee you, if you don't really love yourself, you're always going to have that kind of struggle with other people, because you're always going to hold that expectation that they need to be the ones to tell you that you're good enough, that they need to be the ones to provide, or they blah 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 XYZ. When you love yourself, when you step into yourself, you know that no matter what, who stands with you or against you, when you love yourself, you know that you're always going to be on the right path. When you follow your heart, you're always going to be led on the right path. Always. When you love yourself, no matter who's with you or against you, no one can taint your view on yourself, because you already know your worth. So just because someone's like, oh, well, you're not good enough. Oh, okay, bye. I know I'm good enough, so if you don't think I'm good enough, then why the fuck am I wasting my time with you? Bye. I'll give my time to someone who acknowledges and accepts and understands that I am worth it, that I am good enough, that I do deserve the best. And I'm gonna give that to someone else, because I know how to give that to myself. I can give that to someone else. So let's see these cards that came through. A time to give rather than to take. Confidence is your key to success. What do you need to release? Meditate and contemplate. And it's time to release negativity. Okay. So a time to give rather than to take. What I'm seeing with that is literally, I'm feeling this isn't just like externally, I'm feeling this is internally as well. Start giving to yourself. Stop trying to take from yourself. Stop telling yourself you're not good enough. Stop telling yourself that you're not worthy. Stop telling yourself that you're not smart enough, or that you're not talented enough, or that you're not this bullshit, okay? That is you taking your energy from yourself. Stop taking from yourself and start giving to yourself. Start saying, I am talented. I am beautiful. I am making the changes in my life that I need to make. And if you're not, then do it. Then do so. Again, if you had 3 seconds to choose to move beyond that threshold, or to turn around and fall back into your old ways, your old patterns, the old people in your life that, all these disappointments, whether it's from yourself or other people, you have 3 seconds. Where are you going to choose? For me, it's a no fucking brainer. Leave whatever you need to leave behind. People, places, things, whatever. Leave it behind. Because you deserve to dance. You deserve to sing. You deserve to do whatever it is that you feel called to do. Stop taking from yourself and start giving to yourself. With the green is making me think of the heart chakra. Start healing yourself. Stop allowing people to take your energy from you. Give your energy to yourself. Be there for yourself. Heal yourself. And with the protection card also, look, it's more energy of, what's around the heart chakra here. Confidence is your key to success. When you know your talents, you're not afraid to show them. 4141. When you step into yourself, when you are confident in yourself, no matter who tells you can't dance, you can't sing, you can't do this, you can't do that, when you know you can, you're not gonna let anyone fucking stop you for nothing. And that's exactly the kind of energy you need to step into. That's exactly the kind of energy that I feel you are coming into. Once you cross that threshold of new beginnings, that's what's coming in. Making me think of the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra. You need to work on healing, work on your heart, work on those chakras as well. Bring all of your chakras into a balance, but those may be two or three main focal points of where you really need to focus on. So your heart chakra, obviously your heart, your will, your ability to love, to have compassion, to follow your heart. The sacral chakra is about, creativity and passion and drive and motivation, all of that. With this, what do you need to release? And it's time to release negativity. You may be asking, what do I need to release? Here's your answer. Release negativity, release doubts, release fears, release all of this shit that you need to release so that you can come forward and you can heal. So there's a lot of healing that needs to happen here. And I feel like, I believe this card came out in the last reading as well. If you're wondering, how can I heal? How can I work through all of these emotions? How can I work through what it is? How can I figure out what it is that I'm talented on? How can I figure out what it is that I want to do or where I want to go in my life? Meditate and contemplate. I saw 4414. You find that stability, you find those answers when you quiet your mind and you're like, okay, what am I good at? When you're meditating, you're contemplating on what are my talents. Think about, what have I always been interested in since childhood? I've always wanted to sing. I've always been into music. I've always been into dancing. I've always been into the creative arts. Chances are that is something since childhood that may have followed you throughout your life, whether you realize it or not. Maybe you're in band. Maybe you were in art. Maybe you were in this or that or the other. When you ask yourself now, what is it that I like to spend my time on? Oh, I love listening to music. I love singing. I love dancing. I love making art. Those are your talents. You see, the things that we're talented with, and everyone has their talents. No talent is shameful. No talent is something to be dismissed. They tend to be things that stem from our childhood. If you're a very artistic person, chances are you've been artistic since you were a kid. If you've been a very, sporty person, chances are you've probably been sporty since you were a kid. When you really think about who you were as a child, the thing about who we are as children is that we are at the most purest state of our essence. We have not been tampered with by societal pressures and bullshit norms and well, you should believe this, but you shouldn't believe that, and that is truth, and this is not, and blah, blah, blah. We become so jaded because we're taught, like, oh, this is fake. You can't believe in unicorns. You can't believe in dragons. Fuck that. Believe in unicorns. Believe in dragons. They exist. And just because people can't see them with their closed eyes or open, doesn't mean that they're not there. You want to work with the fae, you want to work with fairies, work with fairies. Work with that energy, because that energy is and always will be. Meditate and contemplate will bring answers to you. Choose to move past that threshold, because that is what you deserve. Know that you are loved. Know that you are protected, and know that you deserve to pursue whatever it is that you desire in your life. No matter who tries to stop you, family, friends, stranger, doesn't fucking matter. You follow your talents because they're there for a reason. They're there to try and help you understand yourself and try to help you interact with people. You love art? Think about The Starry Night, for example, by Vincent van Gogh. He was an artist. By the time that he went into, the asylum, let's say, people didn't appreciate his art. He'd still paint these beautiful paintings. And you can see the difference between his paintings when he ended up there and before. Everyone may have been doing like oil paintings at the time, and every art may have looked pretty similar during the time. People didn't think his art was good enough, and look, now it's years past his passing, and he is one of the most famous artists of all time. The Starry Night is one of the most famous paintings, and even if you don't know art, I guarantee you know The Starry Night. So the point is, no matter who tells you you're not good enough, oh, what is that art? Ew. Like, everyone's doing gorgeous oil paintings and you're here doing line work? Ha 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 ha. Yes, I'm doing line work. You don't like it? That's okay, it's not for you anyway. You do you, for you. And people will appreciate that. People will gravitate towards you because they see that you're real. And they'll be like, oh wow, that's different. So many people, they just want to do the same thing as like, oh, well, someone else's oil painting is popular and famous, I'll start doing that. That's fine. If you're inspired by something, then take that inspiration, but make it your own. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going into a tangent, but my point is, don't focus on the outcome of your art or your talent. Don't focus on, I want to be famous, so I need to make sure that I'm getting all these follows and likes and all this shit. You focus on you. You focus on doing what you love. And when you're expressing yourself in your dance, in your art, in your singing, in your whatever it is that you are passionate about, I saw 5005. When you're passionate doing your thing, that is you putting magic into it. Someone who's just doing it for the likes, for the views, whatever, it doesn't have passion. It's just for that. When you do it because you're passionate and because you love it, people will see that and they will gravitate towards you and they will appreciate it. And even if they don't, it's not going to happen overnight. You know that you expressing yourself, you're putting all your effort, your love, your passion into it. You are making magic. That is magical and no one can fucking take that away. It's like, it makes me think of that movie Soul. They explain when someone is really in the moment and really letting their heart sing and doing what they really, really love with every ounce of their being, they are in this moment of magic. And that is what I'm seeing here. Release old shit. Who needs baggage? Who needs that? Like the Full card. The Full card doesn't have 10 wands with him. The Full card only has one and a little sactual tied onto it. You need to capture, you need to figure out the essence of what you are and what you want in your life, and you need to pursue that with confidence. With confidence. Don't let anyone stop you. Not even you. I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope that it helped. I hope you found some clarity, some peace, some perspective into your situation. If this has helped or not, I hope that you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about it if you feel called to. Thank you so much for being here. I really, truly, deeply appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Many blessings, always and forever. Love you, soul family. Bye.